Well, hello. It's a great fall day here in Maupin. Got a little late start today. Gonna go out and do a little fishing. I'm gonna target probably both trout and steelhead. Slept in a little later than I thought I was going to. I'm usually up about 5 every day, but for whatever reason, slept until about 6:37. So I definitely got a late start. But I'm trying to decide what float. I have done the City Park to Blue Hole float or Oak Springs campground a couple different times, made videos of it. I'm thinking of doing a float called Nena to Wapinitia. Nena is a launch. Actually, I think on Google Earth it says it's a campground, but it's just the launch. And then going to Wapinitia campground. It's a little longer of a float. It's definitely not water I probably know as well. I have upgraded to an e-bike for my shuttle rig. I bought a used e-bike so I can self-shuttle myself much quicker now. So that's an update kind of with what I've got going on here. I'm just winding down into Maupin. It's going to be a beautiful day. I should have been on the water about 2 hours ago, but I'm not. So that's why I brought some trout gear. You know, I may have missed the window for steelhead. Well, they say morning, you know, shade off the water, yada yada yada. All the steelhead I've caught this year have been midday with the sun high in the sky. So, you know, fishermen and their BS, there's a lot of it. Alright, just coming down into Maupin. And then I'm going to decide by the time I get to the bridge. Once I get to the bridge, I either got to make a left or I got to make a right. So we'll see what I decide. Well, I'm at the bridge and I've decided we're going to go Nena-Wap today. I figured it'd be for a better video. It's not a stretch of water that I've done before, which is great. I know there's a handful of really good trout holes that I fished before with some friends. We'll see about the steelheaded. I have not steelheaded that section too terribly much. So we'll see how that goes. You're either going to get fishy or not. That's kind of how steelheading goes. But I know I'll get some nice trout on this float. So we won't get skunked. I know that. Alright, just made the turn down on the lower access road. I've got a few minute drive up. Nena is the last little launch point before you get to the lock gate. And then of course Wapinitia is kind of out in the middle. What's nice about this float is miles wise it's not too terribly long of a float. And you can kind of make it as long or as short as you want. There's a lot of good water for different kinds of fishing. If you want to swing, if you want to float fish, you know, yada yada yada, there's water for you on that float. And it's pretty close to town. So like I said, I don't spend a ton of time way down river. I know the fishing can be better down there, especially for steelhead, or you're just getting to the fish sooner. And you're getting them before they get slaughtered at Shears Falls with all the dip netters. Can't for the life of me understand why the state allows the fishing there at Shears Falls. It's a little immoral to me. The fish are all stacked up in the pools there trying to get over the falls, and we're letting people dip net, natives dip net for them, and then we're also letting gear fishermen bait fish and, you know, do the whole shooting match while they're stacked up trying to get over the falls. It's a little immoral if you ask me. Is it effective? Yeah, you go down there, about any monkey can catch a fish down at Shears. But it's definitely in the immoral realm. We shouldn't be harassing those fish as they're trying to get upriver to spawn. It's pretty crazy the state allows that. But it is what it is. I don't make the rules, and I'm not a billionaire, so it is what it is. Beautiful day on the canyon though. Yeah, This stretch of river is very pretty. Of course, there's not really an ugly stretch on the Deschutes. It's all gorgeous. And I love these fall days. Fall is my favorite time of year in Maupin. Fall and then early winter, I really like. Because Maupin's little secret is the trout fishing is really good in the winter. You got to use itty bitty, tiny little nothing flies, but it can be lights out fishing on the Deschutes in the winter, which most fair weather fishermen aren't here. There's only a handful of locals that I know that regularly fish it in the winter, and we have epic days. So if you're bored somewhere and you see this video and it's in the winter, you should go fishing in Maupin. Come by the hardware store and get some tackle at Maupin Country Store and Hardware, and I can give you some pointers as to best I can to help you get some fish. Alright, I'm going to finish this drive and get up the road. Well, here we are, Nena boat launch. It's a beautiful part of the canyon. The launch itself is pretty rough. If you're not from here and you think you want to come fish here, I would really recommend having a four-wheel drive vehicle to launch here. You could probably do it with a two-wheel drive, but the problem with that is you're going to spin out and you're going to tear up the launch even more. So it'd be best to use a four-wheel drive, just because it is loose and a little bit of a hill. But I'm gonna get loading. There's the boat, and get unloading and get this bad boy in the water and get the shuttle done. Well, here we are, cruising back to our launch on the bike, making good time, doing about 16 miles an hour. Beautiful morning. Yeah, this e-bike rips. It's class 1, which means that you have to pedal. It doesn't have a throttle like a motorcycle. It's a giant dirty. It's an older one I bought it used. But casually riding along, doing 17 miles an hour. It's pretty awesome on a mountain bike with big tires. So, I'm gonna get back to the boat, lickety-split. Well, all right, on the river. I've hit a couple little spots. I'm kind of killing time because I saw a guy fishing a run that I definitely want to spend some time in. So I was kind of just dinking around. Hopefully he's gone now. And then I can swoop in there, spend some time, get the cameras set up and whatnot. I'm just kind of do some impromptu filming here with the handheld. I'll get the brackets all set up once I get stopped at a better spot, which should be here shortly. I'm not seeing anybody out fishing, so that's a good thing. So I finally found the right oars. After a little experimentation, the boat came with 7-footers. They were just too short. There we go, that damn sun. So I have gone with these. They're a 7.5-foot NRS, just kind of one of their intermediate entry-level oar. The 7.5 was right, 8 was too much, 8.5 was way too much. These feel fantastic. They're balanced well. They got a good thumb indexer. They take standard size oar blades. They're a true whitewater oar, not some Walmart special type deal. But I'm gonna put the camera down and get pulled over. There's a spot right up there, river left, where those rocks are sticking out that I want to hit. All right, got a nice fish here. I was doing a bit of Euro nymphing. Oh, come on. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Poink. Nice fish. I'm gonna toss him over these weeds. There we go. So he doesn't have to go through all that algae. All right. Got him right out in front of me off that, that slow little stream off the fast water there. It drops off and gets really squishy and I can't go out very far. It's too bad. We're to make fishing this a little easier. All right, we're gonna give this pocket water right here on this seam shot here. See if I can get the boat to stop. All right, this could be really good. Have not found any steelhead and any tails or any slower flats, so I'm gonna give this pocket water a shot on the shoulder. There's a lot of good spinner water. This is definitely not a float fishing section, but we're gonna see what we can find here. Well, just caught a dandy fighting with my GoPros. No wonder the company is struggling to sell cameras. They're the most glitchiest goddamn cameras I've ever used. You get them all set up, how you want them to operate, and then when you need them to get the shot, oh, one's disconnected or one's off, and you have to open it up, pull the battery out, put the battery back in, turn it back on, and then it acts normal. No damn reason. Anyways, here is what I caught that dandy fish on. It's one of my own little patterns. So you can see it there. Maybe. There it is. Pink bead, some kind of green, purple flashy, and then a bright red body. Got another hog. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Oh, he's a hot hog. Hot hog, hot hog. All right, gotta work my way back to the net. Need to figure out a way to hold that with me. All right. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on in. Make it easy on yourself. Make it easy on yourself. Oh, he's a beauty. Oh, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Come get some. Come get some. Oh man. I'm gonna need a net. I'm gonna work my way back to the boat. See if I take the net with me, then I won't need it. It's just how it goes. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That might be a little steelhead. Oh yeah. Make my way out to some deeper water. Sometimes it makes them calm down a little bit. They don't like getting drug into the shallows. Oh, another just hog. Oh boy. yeah! Yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Shit, I'm all tangled. Another just dandy. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Wow, let's keep him in the water. Oh, he ate my homemade fly again. Maybe it's the same fish. No, joke. It's not the same fish. The other one was much redder. Let's get him out of there. Wow. Oh yeah. Let's make sure all my line's away. Come on, dang it. Just a dandy. I'm not even going to touch him. I don't need to. Look at that fish. There you go, buddy. You're free. Wow. Man. I really like this net. Alright, I'm going to leave the net with me. I'm going to try to tuck it into my pants. And now I won't need it. I won't catch another fish. Awesome. 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 Yeah.
All right, Mark from the future here. Gonna kind of do some narration here. I was having problems with my audio throughout the day with the cameras, and so I'm gonna kind of do what I can from the future here. I hooked up with another very nice red band trout on my TFO Stealth Euro setup, running 6X tippet and running very small Euro style nymphs. I do a pretty good job of trying to show those while I'm fishing. I don't always remember to, but it was a very small, kind of a pupa, caddis pupa looking thing. It's kind of one of my own little spastic creations. Taking a little bit of time getting out of the net here. It was pretty tangled up with the fishing line. I'm trying to, just as a personal goal, do a better job of trying to keep the fish in the water as much as I can and try to handle them a little less, because the loader Deschutes does get pressured quite a bit. So, and I do fish a lot, so I figure if I can make an effort to do that, it's better for the fish. All right, I'm going to do a quick show to the camera here. Since my chest camera quit working, I actually dropped it in the river and it was submerged. I almost lost it. So I was down just one camera at some point throughout the day. It may not have happened yet, but that was pretty a bit of a puckering moment trying to get that back.
He has not come to the surface yet, so I don't know what I'm dealing with. Haha, but I got my net right here. Flash. Whoa, 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 what do we have here? Yeah, buddy. Feisty, feisty, feisty. Man, getting into the fly line. Wow. Holy shit. I think he was swimming at me. I gained a bunch on it. Is it time to unhook the net? Are you done fighting? You might be. All right, got the trusty blue net. Always catch fish as long as I have the blue net. See if it's another hog trout. I am on a roll at this spot. Just absolute hogs. Absolute hags. I think I got another one here. Yeah. Come on, dude. Come on. Come in. Yeah! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Another beautiful Deschutes red side, baby. Wow! Yeah! Look at that. Let's keep him in the water. Boom. Another hog. This is the hog catching net, is what I'm gonna name it. Oh man, another beauty. Where's the other hook at? Oh, and I think he came unhooked. Awesome. Well, let's get a shot of him. Yeah, and let's show my hands nice and wet, and let's get him going home. Bada bing. There it is. That is the fly of choice here, right there. Shit, hell with fishing for steelhead. I'm just gonna, these trout are just beautiful. Just beautiful. Oh man, I'm stoked.
All right, at this point, I've been Euro nymphing, having a great time at this hole, and right at this point, I have dropped my GoPro in the water and almost lost it. I did kill the GoPro accessory, the Volta, which contacted GoPro, and it looks like they're actually gonna send me a brand new one at no charge, which is pretty cool considering the Volta isn't waterproof, and I did drop it in the river. So, but let's get back to the action here. I have it really sped up at 5 times the speed here, just to try to shorten the video. The video is getting kind of long. I didn't want to bore everyone. It looks like I'm just, not doing a lot here, but this is one of the most epic fish battles I've ever had on the lower Deschutes. Like I said, I was Euro nymphing, so I was on a 3-weight Euro rod, the TFO Stealth, paired with one of their TFO reels, NXT reels. It's a great setup that's not going to bust the bank. If anybody's looking to get into Euro fishing, it's a very affordable option that performs as good as higher end rods, which is awesome. TFO could probably definitely charge more for it, and they don't, which is good for us fishermen. So I've hooked it here. I don't know what it is. I've had it on for probably 5 to 10 minutes at this point. I saw its tail. It was so it was either a salmon, a coho, or a steelhead. Where I hooked it, it was the kind of water it could really be either one. And this is a battle. I'm doing all I can, but I'm on a 3-weight with 6X tippet, so I'm definitely very undergunned. But I gave it a very good, honest try, and as you can see in the footage, I'm gradually just getting worked downriver. I'm doing everything I can, giving as much pressure on that rod as possible to keep the fish from going downriver. And I was just praying that he would go up kind of where I hooked him, where it was a little more mellow. Kind of down where I'm heading towards. Not there yet. It's on the corner of the river, and it's very swift, and it's pretty deep. Definitely, I was in waders. It's cold this time of year, so I have to be in the waders. And but I'm just working it, and he's taking line. He's taken it into backing a couple times. And I slowly gain a little bit on him, and another big run, and then it's back to square one. And a lot of it is just me reeling myself in. I'm working downriver, trying to stay with him because I am so undergunned at this point with the tackle that I have. I was having a fantastic day just trout fishing, and then wham, I get this sucker kind of right where I was catching those nice trout. And you can see, I'm moving down river, trying to keep up with this fish, and waiting at this particular spot is pretty nasty. It's slick with the algae, and then every step you're stepping on rock that's loose, big rock that's loose, not just gravel. So I try to work my way over to the bank here to try to speed up a little quicker getting down river. I'm gaining here mainly because I'm going down river. And then I get into some really deep algae here that kind of made me regret the decision to head towards the bank. But you can see how swift this corner is, and right where the tree branches are touching the water there, it's really deep and swift. If this had been summertime and it had been warm, I might have tried to sneak on down there if I hadn't had waders on, do a total Brad Pitt to try to get around that corner. I know around this corner there is a good bank. I'm familiar with this section of the river, so it was just this one point, getting around this one spot that I had to get around. And so this was kind of like my last stand. It was like, I'm either going to, get him, bug him enough that he runs up river. That's what I'm praying right now, is run up river. That's what I need to happen right now. And I'm putting as much pressure on that little yellow rod as I can, but I've got the fish working against me. I got a really heavy current, and doing what I can, with what I got. And eventually he just makes a big giant run, and I lose him on this corner, unfortunately. But it was one of my best fish battles so far with my fishing career on the Deschutes. And as always, like and subscribe. The channel's definitely growing. I love talking to people that watch the channel in the store, come in and BS with me about fishing. I love it, and bang ideas off of each other. And as always, get on the river somewhere.